Mary, you introduced us to a new word today. I've never heard of it before. Just tell me what it was again.
Eco-gastronomy.
It seemed to be incredibly meaningful to you. Just tell us a few things about it.
Well, it's the notion that eco on its own can seem a bit worthy, a bit not as inspiring and glorious and fun as it could be. And then gastronomy is about the enjoyment of food, and the enjoyment of food on its own without any ethical or moral or political environmental considerations can be seen as just being greedy. So if you put the two together, you have something that becomes, eco-gastronomy. You're looking at a way of looking at the whole food network, which takes account of the environment. So the idea that you can have both fun and do something great for the environment at the same time.
So kind of theology, a philosophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're turning it into a business. I mean, you're well established now. And did I hear you say you're just one of the four producers of the wonderful cheese that you make, the kind of style of cheese making? Just 4 producers left in this country.
Yeah, 4 of those West Country cheddar makers left.
God, isn't that shocking?
Traditionally matured. Well, it's about the food, the choices that people make about the food that they eat, and that's really the invitation of eco-gastronomy, is that people should be really make those conscious choices when they eat, so that you can produce the planet that you want. You
were very clear about that, weren't you? That consumers, citizens, must make these kind of choices if we're going to have the kind of cheese, the kind of quality food and landscapes that we've got here in Devon. Yeah,
and in fact I love the word co-producer, which is that when you consciously choose what you eat, when you eat consciously, you actually co-produce.
Mary, did I hear you say you've been on the farm, your family's been there for 14 generations?
Yeah.
So have things changed for you, where you started and where you're going?
Well, obviously I can't speak for 14 generations ago, but certainly when I came into farming, it was at a time when environmentalists and agriculture were kind of locked horns. It was at the end of a time where natural resources seemed infinite. There was always more food available. In fact, too much food available. So at that point, people said it was after the war. It was production at any cost. And then after that, there was a time with Silent Spring and all of that stuff where it was that production should have no cost. And actually, we're now beginning to kind of grow up and appreciate that it's production at a sustainable cost. That's what we're all interested in. So when I came into farming, it was at the end of the production at any cost, and it's quite difficult farming with production at no cost, because there's no societal support for producing stuff. There's no knowledge being created that can support us. Whereas now I think we're at the start of a really interesting time, which is going to be about producing fantastic food, but which serves the planet.
And Devon is a kind of setting for, I mean, my sense is there's a lot of this going on in Devon, that Devon is a setting for food-focused, future-focused, environment-centred, you name it. Have we got a lot of work to do to turn that into much more reality?
I think the work is all about inspiring people, and that's why events like this are really important. It's about it being fun and exciting and kind of young, cool and happening, if you like. That this is something that we can do, and we do it together as a team.
Mary, I want to say thanks so much for coming today, and I'm going to vote for that elderflower flavoured cheese. Wasn't that a good one? Thanks so much.